Going live.
Hey!
Hey, family!
Hi!
Hi, y'all. Good to see y'all. We want to welcome everybody to
Story time! Story time! Story time!
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. If you don't know, I'm Bonnie G in a place to be.
Hey!
And like I always say, wherever the Ruach is, I kid you not. I just want to be present, okay? Call my name so I can show you I'm in the building, all right? And y'all already know. I mean, sometimes I refer to her as Dr. Norwood, but our our YouTube family, y'all know her ass. None other than, come on, don't cheerlead me. Don't do that. None other than Auntie Shelly on the beat. That's right, y'all know we don't do it for ourselves. We don't do it for ourselves. We're community minded. We do that thing for the community.
Yes.
It is the community for us.
Yes.
Welcome back, y'all. As always, y'all know that we're going to hit you up with the 10 Commandments.
Yep. Yeah, Thursday.
Every Thursday. And it just makes so much, it just hits hard. We was just talking about that before we went live. Like, man, the 10 Commandments is just, it's
so much more vibrant when it's in you rather than you memorizing it.
Facts. Absolutely.
Because, you know, when it's in church, we memorized them. Well,
y'all did.
Some of us did.
I didn't. But it means a lot to me now that I know how important they were. And knowing all of what Moshe has gone through for him to have this, it's a blessing that we are able to have it among us as a reminder. All right, so you can find the 10 Commandments in Exodus 20, and I'm going to read verse 1 through all the way to 17. You ready? And Elohim spoke all these words, saying, I am Yahuwah Eloheka, which have brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other Elohim, little e, before me. You shall not make unto you any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth. You shall not bow down yourself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahuwah Eloheka, am a jealous owl. And we see that because in scripture he says, I was jealous.
Yes.
Yes. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and guard my commandments. You shall not take the name of Yahuwah Eloheka in vain, for Yahuwah will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. Remember the day of the Sabbath and to keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahuwah Eloheka. In it you shall not do any work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger that is within your gates. For in 6 days Yahuwah made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yahuwah blessed the day of the Sabbath, and he hallowed it. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which Yahuwah Eloheka gives you. You shall not kill. You shall not break wedlock. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not lust after your neighbor's house. You shall not lust after your neighbor's woman, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is of your neighbor's. Aman, aman, aman. That's good. That is so good.
Keep those commandments.
Keep those commandments.
That is Torah.
That is Torah, absolutely. So as y'all know, for those that are new to this channel, if our reading sounds a little different, oh my gosh, it's because you're right. It is. It will sound like that. It's because we're reading the Sefer, okay? So we purchased this book on Sefer.net, but what we didn't do is purchase it with full price. We don't do that here. There is a story time discount for you. What it is?
10%.
And 10% is what?
10%.
That's right. Please go ahead, and if you are interested in buying one of these St0ryTim Bibles, go to st0ryTim3.net. Please use your Storytime discount, which is for you. Mm-hmm. Remember that the O in the word story is actually a 0, and the E in the word time is actually a 3, as a reminder to go on back to the covenant. Because what? The assignment is understood. Point blank. Mm-hmm. Auntie Shelly, on the beat.
But
give us a recap and let us know what we're reading from.
Okay, so we're in Jasher right now. We know we're in Exodus with excerpts from Jasher. So tonight we're coming actually with the book of Jasher. Oh, last night we did a little bit of both.
Yeah, we did. A little bit of both. But we left off in Jasher.
So we are going to a little bit of recap so we know where we pick up. Yesterday, Aaron and Moshe get to Pharaoh's house.
Yes.
Pharaoh got that place guarded.
Yes, he does.
But let me back up just a little bit. We see that Yahuwah is already starting to work in Egypt. He has already told Moshe, look, I'm sending you down there, but don't think you going in and coming right back.
Right, this ain't going to be quick.
This going to take a minute, because when I get through, they're going to know who I am.
Facts.
He said I wish they would believe you and let you go, but they're not going to. You're going to turn that water to blood. But when you come, this is how you know that this is me. Mm-hmm. When you come out, you're going to worship me on this mountain. When you come out, you're coming out with the riches of Egypt, because basically they owe you.
Facts. Give me our
They owe you. But notice you're not going to see it until you come out. You still need faith to get through this thing.
Yeah.
You still need it. And that's really important for now. We see how Yahuwah is judging you, like, just take us already. Mm-hmm. Nope. You still need faith. The just shall live by faith.
Facts.
You still got to have faith. When you come out, just know the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Mm-hmm. But you're not going to see it till you come out. Mm-hmm. Everybody need cleansing. I need to clean up everybody, because we're not doing this again.
Yeah.
I did it already. First, we're not doing this again. This is it. Mashiach done came. I got Adam all cleared out. Everybody all cleared there. We're not doing this again. So, this is it, peeps. So, Moshe and Aaron get to Pharaoh's house.
Yep.
First, no. Let's talk about, hey, I'm trying to think of her name. St0ryTim3. You think I would know that?
Yeah, right.
So, Moshe had bought his wife and kids.
Sure did.
Aaron took one look at her and went, send her back, bro. Send her back. She been walking on some hard stuff.
Heck yeah.
She ain't ready.
Yeah.
She ain't ready. Your kids ain't ready. Send her home to her daddy.
He got to meet his sister-in-law, though. He was like, what's up?
Yeah, you ain't gonna make it.
You gotta go, though.
Because remember, she's not used to that. No. Ruel is rich.
Yeah.
Ruel's rich. Come on, they got sapphire sticks in the garden.
He definitely ain't a little brokish, I tell you that.
He ain't. He's not. Remember, he was one of Pharaoh's top men.
Yes.
And when he left Egypt with his stuff. So we akin to her growing up in Beverly Hills, and now she's gonna go to Double Rock. And for those of you from the city, know. Somebody from Beverly Hills is not gonna fit.
Oh heck.
We barely, I wouldn't go there now, because I personally don't know anybody there. I mean, I would fit in a little bit more than St0ryTim3, but
right.
He was like, she's not gonna make it, bro. So he sends her back.
Yes.
Home. They get to Pharaoh's house. There's 2 lions, because Pharaoh making sure he is guarded.
Yes.
There's 2 lions outside, chained up.
700 pounds.
Don't even think you about to come up in here. And in order for anybody to go through, they got to call. But they said the magicians, but it's probably just the animal trainer.
Yeah, probably.
You had to calm the lions down, then you walk by. Child, Aaron walked up to them lions with that stick, set them free. They followed him like puppy dogs. like puppy dogs. And then Laban gets on her ladder, good one, good ladder, and talks about the lions are the children of Judah, because remember, even in the awakening, Judah has to go first.
Yes.
Judah has to go first. And we that's what you was meaning. Yeah. Girl. Remember, we have to go first because we have to tell them, come on.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
We're the leaders. Come on. We're the kingly line. The king has to say, come on, people, it's time for us to get up out of here. We're the leader.
Ooh, good.
That's the Levites. And then you got the Levites, the priestly line.
Yes.
He said,
and the lion went in first, and then the girl.
We can leave so we can worship.
Oh,
come on, I need to get it together.
That makes sense. Because Judah and the Levites, them lions, and then Moshe and Aaron.
And remember with the lions we were just talking about, because the Ruach just gave me this morning, and all of creation is groaning, waiting for us to get it together and set everybody free. And the first thing he does is set them lions free.
They were in chains.
They even know what that means. They were in chains because, like we said, he could have took the stick and just beat them to death. That's the rod of creation. Yeah. He could have just put them to sleep like the magicians do. He set them free.
Set them free.
Broke the chains.
Girl, that's good. That got me stammering, okay?
And so now Pharaoh like, well, how you...
Yeah, Pharaoh a little
first of all, how you get by my lions and how they following you like puppy dogs? And that's where we at. They're in front of Pharaoh.
Woo! All right, y'all.
Let's do it.
I'm excited because, girl. All right. So we're on chapter 79. Am I correct?
In Jasher.
In Jasher, and we're going to start 25.
Yeah, let's start 25.
All right. And Pharaoh said to Moshe, "What do you require?" And they answered him, saying, "Yahuwah Elohim of the Hebrews has sent us to you to say, send forth my people that they may serve me." And when Pharaoh heard their words, he was greatly terrified before them. And he said to them, "Go today and come back tomorrow." And they did according to the word of the king.
Yeah, notice Pharaoh don't want to talk to. See,
I got
no way you finna bust inside of a king's house. And he said, "Well, what do you want?"
Right.
He be like, "Get him!" But he got them lions.
He can't say nothing.
He got it like, how in the world?
Pharaoh said, "I need to process some stuff."
Yeah. Pharaoh said, "What is going on here?"
Come back, because
I heard about y'all, right? But I never experienced.
Yeah, you're right. This is not the same Pharaoh
that don't know Moshe.
And when they had gone, Pharaoh sent for Balaam, or Baal, right?
Balaam.
Thank you.
The one that kept switching sides.
Yep. Yeah. Opportunist. Balaam, the magician, and to Aeneas, and the two sons, his two sons, Aeneas and Imbraeus, or I don't know.
That's his name today.
Thank you. His sons, and to all the magicians and conjurers and counselors which belonged to the king. And they all came and sat before the king.
He called everybody.
Bring y'all, listen.
Everybody in here now. Like, Moshe, okay, Moshe, you just go home. Come back tomorrow. As soon as Moshe left, all y'all in here now, conference.
I need to talk to y'all.
Yeah.
And the king told them all the words which Moshe and his brother Aaron had spoken to him. And the magician said to the king, But how came the men to you? On account of the lions which were confined at the gate.
How they get through the gate?
We put a spell on these lions. What?
Yeah. What?
Well, we have to put a spell on the lions.
Yeah, we gotta do something for us to get in. How they get by?
And the king said, because they lifted up their rod against the lions and loosed them and came to me. And the lions also rejoiced at them as a dog rejoices to meet his Adonai. So
Pharaoh didn't even try to get at the lions like, well, y'all belong to me.
Yeah. And how does Pharaoh know he lifted up the rod?
Yes. How does he know that? He said, but them lions followed him like they belonged to Moshe, like they was his.
And we will rejoice. His people will rejoice. I love how intentional Yah is.
Even the animal kingdom. Yes.
30. And Balaam, the son of Beor, the magician, answered the king, saying, These are no one else than magicians like ourselves. Now therefore send for them and let them come, and we will try them. And the king did so.
So
And the
at
king
this,
did so.
yeah. So at this time, Balaam don't know that this is Moshe, because remember, Balaam ain't trying to get no smoke with Moshe. Remember,
absolutely.
that's the whole reason why he left Egypt in the first place. Like, oh, I got to go.
Absolutely.
Moshe after me.
And this is when you tried it. Walk the face of the earth.
Yes.
Okay? we're in the book of Jasher, chapter 79, verse 32. 32. So I'll give you a minute.
Page 558.
Oh, yeah, on your book.
Oh, yeah.
I got the millennial edition.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just go by chapter because you're right.
No, I think she has your book.
Oh.
All right, you ready? And in the morning, Pharaoh sent for Moshe and Aaron to come before the king. And they took the rod of Elohim and came to the king and spoke to him, saying, Thus says Yahuwah Elohim of the Hebrews, send my people that they may serve me. And the king said to them, But who will believe you that you are the messengers of Elohim, and that you come to me by his order? Now, therefore, give a wonder or a sign in this matter, and then the words which you speak will be believed.
See, because he believed in what Balaam said. He said, they ain't number of magicians just like we are. So, Pharaoh, you know that Balaam is not real.
Yes.
You know it's tricks. So you betting that Moshe is up to them tricks too.
Yes. You want him to be.
You better ask somebody. Yes. Yes.
And it's crazy because in the beginning of this whole, I guess, confrontation, Pharaoh was scared. He was shook.
Yes.
But then when he talked to Balaam gave him some wrong advice, and he like, oh, ain't nothing to be afraid about. All right, I'm gonna.
Oh, it's just another one of you.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Yeah.
So now he like, okay, I can handle it.
Yeah, come on in here.
Wrong move, boo-boo.
What's your proof? Now he all big and bad with Moshe. What's your
absolutely. Proof? What's your proof? And Aaron hastened and threw the rod out of his hand before Pharaoh and before his servants, and the rod turned into a serpent. And the sorcerers saw this, and they cast each man his rod upon the ground, and they became serpents. And the serpents of Aaron's rod lifted up its head and opened its mouth to swallow the rod of the magicians. I feel like there is a prophetic thing here. Definitely. What do you call that? What do you call that? Yeah, that's what it is.
But remember, somebody had already just had a dream where I don't know if it was this Pharaoh or the other Pharaoh, where remember they put all the scale, and they put all the magicians and all the smart people and everybody.
That was his daddy.
Put them on one end of the scale, and then they just got a lamb, a baby lamb, and put it on the other side, and they did like this because it outweighed all the wisdom of all these. Like they're nobody.
Yes,
that's just like the snake going. Please, this rod is the real thing. This is the rod of creation.
Absolutely.
Swallow up yours. But you didn't see that coming, Balaam.
You didn't see that. He couldn't have. And the serpent of Aaron, nope, I read that. 39. And Balaam the magician answered and said, This thing has been from the days of old, that a serpent should swallow its fellow, and that living thing devour each other.
See how he came back quick with that answer.
Oh, so he quick on the mouth. He quick.
Yeah. He's good.
He's good.
He's good. That's why we need to follow Yahuwah and the Ruach. Hasatan is not dumb. Demons are not stupid.
Nah.
They're not stupid. And they know Pharaoh don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. So they're going to come with that quick eye. Don't worry about it. Like they're telling us in the world today, don't worry about it.
Yep. What you see is not what you see. Now it's just called died suddenly.
They just trying to invoke fear. That stuff happens all the time. Yeah. Die suddenly. Don't worry about
it. It's not. It couldn't have been that. No,
it's just because it's December. Remember they had the nerve to say because it's December.
And more people are depressed.
Yes, but they don't drop suicide. Maybe you don't just drop dead
suddenly. Right. Same spirit. Right. Now, therefore, restore it to a rod as it was at first, and we will also restore our rods as they were at first. And if your rod shall swallow our rod, then shall we know that the Ruach Elohim is in you. And if not, you are only an artificer like unto ourselves. They know they're not the real thing.
Just like I want y'all to pay attention what he
telling you
said.
The truth.
He's saying we still got our rods. How you still got them if they turned into a snake? Because the snake ate your rods, which means you shouldn't have a rod or a snake. How you still got your rods? It was a trick.
Yep.
You telling on yourself.
Yep, I didn't pick that.
This was just a trick. We still got our rods. So turn yours back into a rod. And if your rod of your rods, but wait, then your rod just turned to a snake and the snake ate it. So how you still have your rods if it turned into a snake? Told on yourself.
I didn't even see dummies. That. And that's how like one of the traits of Hasatan is. Mm-hmm. Like he'll tell you, I'm not real. I'm not with you. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't real. Like when he did, you thought I was gonna really when he told Adam and Kuwa. Yeah. You thought I was really gonna cash in on that word? Yeah. I hate you.
You believe me?
You believe me? That's funny.
I don't even like
you. That's your bad, not mine. And that's a lot of things. Like they give us all these reasons to know, to find out the truth, and then we'd be like, and then just like, you went out for that? You believed it? Mm-hmm. Oh, guess y'all really are slow. 41. And Aaron hastened and stretched forth his hand and caught hold of the serpent's tail, and it became a rod in his hand. It's funny because remember, Yahuwah told Moses to do all these steps, and now Aaron is doing these steps. When he had to go back and get the rod by the tail, he said, now go to now Aaron is doing it. And I wonder why he didn't use Moses to do this, because he prepared Moses first to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe he's just saying where the power really, I don't know, I'm not even gonna guess, because the power is really Yahuwah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And Aaron hastened and stretched forth his hand and caught hold of the serpent's tail, and it became a rod in his hand. And the sorcerer did the like with their rods, and they got hold, each man of the tail of the serpent, and they became rods as at first. And when they were restored to rods, the rod of Aaron swallowed up their rods.
I don't even remember that happening, but remember it's different. Remember the serpents they claimed was the first rods got swallowed up. So it can't be the same. It's the same rod. Wow. But it ate the serpents. I never tripped off that. So even when they turned into a rod, because remember they issued the challenge. Uh-huh. So really you thought you were issuing the challenge to Moshe and Aaron, but you were issuing the challenge to the Most High. Mm-hmm. So when Aaron turns the rod back and you bring out your little fake rod, and they must have made some more serpents, the rod did exactly what you said to say it was proof. Ate your rods. Rods don't eat. So this one do a stick eat?
It don't.
Sticks don't eat sticks. Mm. Sapphire, gold, blue, whatever it's made out of.
You know, I'm this rod scene. I don't know.
I never tripped off this.
Oh, Dad says, remember, Moshe represents Yah. Right. And Aaron as his prophet. Okay. So he's basically, I get it. Okay, now I understand why he's using Aaron in this.
Yes, in this instance.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Dad. Come on, let him use it.
Yes. That whole rod thing, I'm shook again.
It's taking me back because I gotta process it. I'm like, what in the world did I just read?
So it's the rod of creation. I mean, the serpent came out of it. The stick came out of it. The rod, everything. You know, he was the conductor. Don't get me to speculating.
Listen. I believe it is here. 40, and 43. And when the king saw this thing, he ordered the sefer of records that related to the kings of Mitzrayim to be brought. And they brought the sephers of records, the chronicles of the kings of Mitzrayim, in which all the idols of the kings of Mitzrayim. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that. Say, in which all the idols of Mitzrayim were inscribed. For they thought of finding therein the name of Yahuwah, but they found it not.
Pharaoh was like, wait, what is going on? Who is this God? I don't know him. I don't know this God. I'm using God on purpose. I need to find his name.
Yes.
So I know how to work with this one.
This is funny because you know what's crazy is that means they intentionally took this part out because Pharaoh recognizes that there is a name and not a title.
Right. There is a name of Moshe and Aaron are acting on somebody's name. What's his name? They all have a name. All of our God's title have a name. Where is Yahuwah?
And if the name didn't matter, then you would have left the account in our regular 66.
Yes.
And it would have just said Jesus or something.
Yep.
But you took it completely away.
Yes, you took it away. And Pharaoh's like, I can't find his name because you better believe Pharaoh was going to start worshiping him some Yahuwah.
Yes.
Because he's thinking he's false just like his. He's like, wait, where he at? Is he in Egypt somewhere?
Oh my God.
Can't find him.
I can't even say what I was going to say because later on, we'll get into it. But dang, I'm starting to get it like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
So if these eyes get big, it's only because I'm like, oh, okay. So you can see that tonight.
So he said, I can't find him. I searched our books. Where he at?
Where he at? Can't find him. Wow. And Pharaoh said to Moshe and Aaron, behold, I have not found the name of your Elohim written in this sefer, and his name I know not. And the counselors and the wise men answered the king, we have heard that the Elohim of the Hebrews is the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings. And Pharaoh turned to Moshe and Aaron and said to them, I know not Yahuwah, whom you have declared, neither will I send his people.
You see how they downplaying it all? Because they're scared. This is what you do out of fear. You're trying to downplay the lame. And now Pharaoh getting all big and bad because you got Balaam and all the other little spooky people advising you wrong, even though you saw it yourself. You saw it, and he was like, I don't know him. So I ain't letting him go because I don't know him. And remember, this the little short king, the little dwarf with the beard and extremely ugly, and he got to prove himself. And he the mean one.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So he ain't just going to let nobody go.
Yeah, he got something to prove.
Yeah. I don't know his name. He ain't got nothing to do with here in Egypt. But did you just see what just happened?
Obviously.
Your lions are laying at his feet in your face.
Yep. Obviously, something in you is like, let me go research him.
Yes. His name ain't in Egypt. But the thing is, Balaam knows.
Yes, he does.
Balaam knows who it is. Balaam ain't saying nothing now.
None.
Because remember, Balaam don't like Moshe.
No.
He probably was already scared when he showed up in the room and like, oh no, there go Moshe.
Oh wow.
Is he still going to kill me? Is he going?
And he don't know, and the son don't know that Moshe was supposed to be dead.
Right, because he's supposed to be dead.
Yeah, Moshe's supposed to be dead, but the son don't know.
The son don't know that because he wasn't even born.
Told him, don't worry, the people that you were afraid of, they're no longer here. They're gone. Yeah. They don't even.
But Balaam knows exactly who Moshe is, and he ain't saying a word. Nope. He just want to get rid of him.
Yep.
His thing is to get rid of Moshe.
Absolutely.
If I have to lie, cheat, say whatever I need to the Pharaoh,
let's get rid of him.
I need to get Moshe up out of here.
Absolutely. Facts. All right. 47. And they answered and said to the king, Yahuwah Elohim of Elohim is his name. And he proclaimed his name over us from the days of our ancestors and sent us, saying, go to Pharaoh and say unto him, send my people that they may serve me. Now therefore send us, that we may take a journey for 3 days in the wilderness, and there may sacrifice to him. For from the days of our going down to Mitzrayim, he has not taken from our hands either ascended smoke offering, oblation, or sacrifice. And if you will not send us, his anger will be kindled against you. And he will smite Mitzrayim either with the plague or with the sword.
Fair warning.
Choose ye this day what you
Fair
want.
warning.
What do
Either
you want?
let us go, or you gonna get it.
What? Either one.
Some people gonna die.
Sure is.
Let us go, or some people gonna die.
Facts.
You talking about you don't know? Nobody asked you to know them.
You ain't got to, are you? Listen, there is instruction, and all you have to do is listen.
Yeah.
You ain't got to know who I serve.
You already seen some of his power. But Balaam got you like it's a magician.
That's
trick.
why you need to watch your circle.
You
need to know who you got in your ear. 49. And Pharaoh said to them, tell me now his power and his might. And they said to him, he created the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all their fish. He formed the light, created the darkness, caused rain upon the earth, and watered it, and made the herbage and grass to sprout. He created man and beast, and the animals of the forest, the birds of the air, and the fish of the sea. And by his mouth they live and die. Surely he created you in your mother's womb, and put into you the breath of life, and reared you, and placed you upon the royal throne of Mitzrayim. And he will take your breath and soul from you, and return you to the ground whence you were taken.
He said, oh, you don't know? Let me give you an introduction. Let me give you an introduction of who he is.
Run it down.
He's the one running everything.
Facts. Now introducing. You shouldn't have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Pharaoh.
And the anger of the king was kindled at their words, and he said to them, but who amongst all the Elohim of nations can do this? My river is my own, and I have made it for myself. Come on, self-righteous. Come on. And he drove them from them. No, and he drove them from him. And he ordered the labor upon Jasher to be more severe than it was yesterday and before. And Moshe and Aaron went out from the king's presence, and they saw the children of Yasharel in an evil condition, for the taskmasters had made their labor exceedingly heavy.
So Moshe seen the before and after. Why wasn't this bad before I left?
Yeah.
What is going on?
And you know what's crazy is again, like Moshe said, he put, or Aaron, whichever one was talking, he put you in this place, right?
Yes.
And so you're not tripping, but you still crediting all that you have to yourself.
To yourself. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. So what you talking about? I did this because remember, he's regarded as a god.
Yep, I made my own river.
Yeah. That river was here when you was born. If you're talking about the Nile, you must be talking about the Nile River.
Or he probably talking about...
That was already here.
Facts.
Or yeah, because remember he said, I'm the Yahuwah is the God of creation. He made everything. And he said, I made my own river.
Right. He didn't make this. I made it. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. All right, 54. And Moshe returned to Yahuwah and said, why have you ill-treated your people? For since I came to speak to Pharaoh, what you did send me for, he has exceedingly ill-used the children of Yasharel. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, behold, you will see that with an outstretched hand and heavy plagues, Pharaoh will send the children of Yasharel from his land. And Moshe and Aaron dwelt among their brethren and the children of Yasharel in Mitzrayim. And as for the children of Yasharel, the Mitzrayim or Mitzrayite or Egyptians embittered their lives with the heavy work which they imposed upon them.
So Moshe took it to you who were like, they in worse condition than when I left. What is going on?
He said, and all I did was tell him what you told me to tell him.
He said, what is going on here? And he was like, don't worry about it. I got this. You're going to leave. Remember, you got some promises. You're going to serve me on the mountain. You coming out rich.
Moshe is confused.
Yeah.
He like, that didn't go out. That didn't go well, sir.
But even though who already told him it's not gonna go like you think.
Yeah. But you know how we be forgetting in the midst of it?
Yeah.
We forget that.
Yeah. Because we thinking, oh, he done seen all this. He finna let him go. We saw he was a little bit scared. Please.
No.
Please, that little old evil man.
Right.
He ain't about to lose face.
Right. Auntie Linda goes on and say, where he get that water from? Talking about when he said, I made my river. Well, where you get the water from?
Facts.
Wherever you got it, it came from Elohim.
Yeah.
All right. 80. And at the end of 2 years, timeline.
Yes. Because we thought it just
happened every day.
Nope.
Nope. And at the end of 2 years, Yahuwah again sent Moshe to Pharaoh to bring forth the children of Yasher and to send them out of the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe went and came to the house of Pharaoh, and he spoke to him with words of Yahuwah who had sent him. But Pharaoh would not hearken to the voice of Yahuwah. And Elohim roused his might in Mitzrayim upon Pharaoh and his subjects. And Elohim smote Pharaoh and his people with very great and sore plagues, with all their streams and rivers, the very thing that you took pride in.
Yeah, because you said I made the rivers.
Okay. So let me use what you think you made against you. And when the Egyptian came to drink and draw water, he looked into his pitcher, and behold, all the water was turned into blood. And when he came to drink from his cup, the water in the cup became blood. And when a woman kneaded her dough and cooked her victuals, their appearance was turned to that of blood.
So he said, like, he not only just, because of course, if you see the river is blood, you're not going to go draw the water.
Absolutely.
But this the water, the river, and the water they already had at home.
Yes.
It's all blood. But you made it, Pharaoh.
Yep.
So clean it.
Yep. And Yahuwah is saying the same thing that he told Moses. And the second thing you should do is turn the water into blood. He's like, don't worry, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then also, Dad, like he says, this is good to understand for the second Exodus, because what we were taught that this happened bam, bam, bam.
Yep.
Right? But if it took 7 years, and who knows how much that is in his time, we can say 7,000 years. We don't know, because a day, not even that.
A day is
1,000 years.
But this was going to according to ours. Yeah, but
I'm saying, if he did all of that from back then, and we're waiting on him to come, it's going to take some time. Yeah. But even in the midst of us waiting for his coming, he still have the lamb in the bushes.
Yes. He's still taking care of you.
He's still taking care of you.
Still taking care of you.
He still got the plagues, because honestly.
Yeah. Because remember, they was getting plagued before Moshe even got there.
Quiet as kept. I'm not saying that juice can be considered as a plague.
You saw, we just see it is a plague. It most definitely is a plague.
Folks is dropping. And more so they people than ours.
Yes. Just saying.
6. And Yahuwah sent again and caused all their waters to bring forth frogs. And all the frogs came into the houses of Mitzrayim. And when the Mitzrayim drank, their bellies were filled with frogs, and they danced in their bellies as they danced when in the river. So you making that comment about I made this river, your people is suffering on behalf of your ignorance and on behalf of your pride.
That means there was some little frogs.
Tapples.
And they was drinking and not even really seeing it was in the water. And all of a sudden, like, wait, what is going on?
Oh, that's where we get that movement.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing because that had to be a miserable feeling, but I'm sorry. I mean, sorry, not sorry. Like, you know what, let me get over that right quick when I think about everything they did to us.
No, right. These people were evil.
All you got is frogs.
And well, you got to dance in your I would say spirit, but it's definitely not in your spirit.
It's in their water.
It's in your belly.
And it's little ones that they don't even see it.
He probably made it to where they couldn't see it.
Yeah.
It wasn't until they drunk it,
mm-hmm.
and then you got it. Wow. And all their drinking water and cooking water turned to frogs. Also, when they lay in their beds, their perspiration bred frogs. Don't even sweat.
That means that is crazy. You sweat. Because remember, they're in the desert, so there's some sweating going on.
You sweat.
Frogs is coming out of you. Ooh.
Ribbit.
Ooh.
Just full grown frogs.
Yeah.
Now listen, I don't know. I can't catch the reason behind frogs. Why frogs? But boy, he's very creative. Oh yeah.
Yes.
He said, I'm gonna hit you with this.
But hey, they said we don't know him. It's a part of creation.
But you know what? Maybe
and they're in the river.
No,
frogs
that's what I was
river.
just about to say. I was gonna buy that ladder. I was gonna buy it.
I'm sorry, you made a good purchase.
Yes, because he's getting at his statement.
Yes.
He said everything that has to do with what you made, I'm going to use it against you, and it's going to kill your people.
Yes.
Because of your statement.
Yes. After you knew the truth.
After when you knew.
Because Moshe already said he created everything. Excuse me, I created the rivers. Okay.
Oh.
Make this stop.
Yeah.
Make this stop.
And that makes sense. Now I understand why you use frogs.
Mm-hmm.
Because before it's like, why frogs?
Mm-hmm.
But because in your other 66, in the 66, it doesn't show this conversation.
No, it doesn't show that. Right. It's just frogs all over the place.
Yeah, it's just frogs. Yeah. And it doesn't go into depth
detail.
Like that. Wow. 9. Notwithstanding all this, the anger of Yahuwah did not turn from them, and his hand was stretched out against all the Egyptians to smite them with every heavy plague. And he sent and smote their dust to lice. And the lice became in Egypt to the heights of 2 cubits. So taller than, what you call it? He even did it. Listen, he said, you're 1 cubit in a span. I'm going to do 2 cubits. So I'm going to cover you.
Only about this much. Probably his eyes. Ooh.
No, it covered him because it was 2 cubits and he only 1 cubit.
What?
Yeah, the Pharaoh was only 1 cubit in a span.
That's right.
So brother man got to dig himself out of lice. That is disgusting.
Oh, Mr. Creator.
If I was him, I would have just shut my mouth.
You better have it shut in some lice.
Y'all,
I'm sorry, I'm not.
And I don't know if y'all don't know, but this is all real. Okay.
Yes.
This all really happened.
See, if we had never known how short he was, this would be less significant.
Right, but the fact that he's covered in...
You're covered.
In his plagues.
Yes. You're covered in this. Mister, you think you a god? Get rid of the lice.
Get rid of it.
Oh, man. That's
so gross. Woo. The height of 2 cubits upon the earth. So he was affected either way. So
yes.
Well, it doesn't say that he was, girl, listen, sir, listen.
It's taller than he is.
Taller than he, no matter where he going. He's got to build himself out of that, climb out of that. The lice, verse 11. The lice were also very numerous in the flesh of man and beast, in all the inhabitants of Egyptians. Ooh, we also upon the king and queen
there
of Yahuwah sent lice, and it grieved Egypt exceedingly on the account of the lice.
There you go. In case you needed it in real life, the king and the queen was affected by this lice. Don't just think they shut up in the palace. Shut the doors. No. It was on them too.
It was on
Shut them doors if you want to. Them lice.
Oh my gosh, that's so gross. And it was in whatever dust was, it just became. Oh,
yep, because it's the dust. In the air. Yeah, and you're in the desert. You're in the desert, which means your windows open. It's flying. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I know, but I'm just like, dude, you talked a good game.
And now he's using all that.
Now your little short self is buried in lice. And you're still alive.
And you're still alive. He said, you know what? I really don't need to be like making a point, but I'm just going to make a point. I'm going to show you who I am. Verse 13. And Yahuwah sent all kinds of beasts of the field into Mitzrayim, and they came and destroyed all of Mitzrayim, man and beast, and trees, and all things that were in Egypt. Wow! So even
I think that might have been the locust. Yeah.
Even that, like anything that was planted in that thing had to go.
Yes.
Had to go. He didn't even let the tree survive.
He attacked everything.
You're tainted.
Because when he said, I don't know Yahuwah, he introduces him as the Yahuwah of creation, which means I made everything.
Yeah.
So it must have been really, because remember, Yahuwah reads your heart and your intent. So he may have said river, but he meant I created everything. All this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I created all this.
I'm self-made.
I'm a God.
Yes, I did this.
Yes, not you. Who's his name ain't even in my books.
Right. There's no he don't have no significance.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he ain't nobody.
And you will say, let me introduce myself.
I like the way he introducing himself. Don't do it today though. Not this time.
We already know him, so fact. He's already introducing himself to people.
We would be covered.
Yeah, because he's already introducing himself to the nations. Oh
yeah. Floods. Oh, sinkholes.
You thought.
Yeah. Listen, think it not strange when you hear some of this stuff. And remember locusts, and he did that like a year ago.
In Vegas. I was in Vegas. He's been working a minute. He's been working for a minute.
Yeah, he sure had. He turned the water into blood. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. Rivers drying. He's been working for years. Take all that stuff back.
Yep, he sure have been.
They've been hiding it from us.
Our government said, I made this world. I did this. He said, okay.
And I'm going to create my own. Because he had already started to work. Because some of us were already awakened before COVID hit. He had already started before COVID hit. It's now getting more and more pronounced.
Yes.
That's why they locked us up. It was like we can't stop this.
But that was the worst thing.
We need to put them aside so they can't see what's going on, because now we need to fight it and they need to get out the way.
5Gs and all of that and disguising it as first they didn't disguise it as trees.
Yeah, first
they didn't disguise it as the trees.
Yeah.
But now when we start linking stuff up, and then now they start disguising as trees. And say so the birds won't get affected.
And a bird going near that stuff. And if it do, it's gonna drop dead. Can't take it.
Can't take it. If it's a real bird.
Right. If you see a bird on top of a 5G tower, it's not a real bird. It's not a real bird. It's one of their fake birds that need to get charged.
I'm telling y'all, we in the whole Truman Show.
Yes.
We in a whole listen, question everything, okay? Except for Yahuwah. All right. 14. And Yahuwah sent fiery serpents, scorpions, mice, weasels, toads, together with other creeping in the dust. Ooh. Flies, hornets, fleas, bugs, and gnats. Each swarms according to its kind. And all the reptiles and winged animals according to their kind came to Egypt and grieved the Egyptians exceedingly. And the fleas and the flies came into the eyes and ears of the Egyptians. And the hornets came upon them and drove them away, and they removed from it into their inner rooms, and it pursued them.
And they trying to run away from. Look at this is creation coming after you.
First off, I would have had to say, wait, somebody need to tell me what happened, because I'd be looking for the king.
Right,
King got to go.
Right,
King got to go.
Right, like what is going on? And people trying to run in their house and close the doors and. That stuff was probably coming up under the door, and that's all these animals are not mentioned in the Exodus.
None of that. Why? Because they don't want us to recognize the real power of our Elohim.
They mention the flies and the locusts and the lice, but they don't mention the weasels and the rats and the
mice and the hornets and the fleas and
weasels. Oh,
I didn't even know that. Listen,
hornets, bugs.
Linda says locusts, birds, fish, floods. Lightnings and blizzard. I hope you're talking about what's going on today.
Yeah,
You're not
she
reading
is.
ahead. And then she said, "But wait, there's more."
Yes,
Go on and hit us with that grocery outlets theme song.
They go to their inner room, so they think they're trying to isolate themselves,
but they still in
it ain't working.
Because listen, like you said, creation is alive, and they have to be obedient.
They have to be obedient.
So we ain't about to let you lock yourself in there. I got a task to do. I'm about to sting you, okay?
Yeah. I really kind of don't want my stinger in you, but Yahuwah says sting, and I'm already mad
at you. And with that one, they don't die.
No.
They don't die. It's the bees. So Yahuwah said, nah, set the bees, set this out. Y'all set this out. I need the hornets. Yeah. I need the hornets.
Yes.
19. And when the Egyptian hid themselves on account of the swarm of animals, they locked their doors after them. And Elohim ordered the Sulanus. Okay, come on with the Sulanus, because which was in the sea. Okay, let's find. Okay, I'm gonna read.
Made the rivers.
Yeah, right. Which was in the sea, to come up and go into Egypt, and she had long arms, 10 cubits in length of the cubits of a man.
Taller than Pharaoh.
Facts. Wait a minute. She had talk about assignment understood. Ma'am is out of the sea. She said, I'm gonna be a part of that world just for a little bit.
Under the sea.
Just for a little bit, okay? Let's see what else she's doing. Oh. And she went upon, oh wow, okay. Wait, and she held long arms, 10 cubits in length of the cubits of a man. And she went upon the roof and uncovered the raffering and flooring and cut them and stretched forth her arm into the house and removed the lock and the bolt and opened the house of Egypt, of the Egyptians. Ma'am, she could have herself. See, y'all was like, I don't want you to do something simple. Don't do it simple. He said, listen, girl, I'm going to send you out. I need you to go up there, but don't just go and unlock the door. I don't want you to do that. That's too simple. I want you to show them my power. Go and climb up and rip that roof off. Scrape up their marvelous floors. The marvelous floor that they got that they so proud of, and then just unlock the door.
Yeah, the thing is like, okay, the roof is already off the house, so everybody can get in anyway. Yes. Said, but just make it easy for the little creatures. Just open the door.
Open the door.
They think that they can close the door against me. Open the door. Open the door.
Listen, she ain't playing. It's Sulanuth. It's Sulanuth. So it's Sulanuth. Sulanuth.
This is so Jumanji.
Yes.
Cha-ching. Y'all owe us more money. This is so Jumanji.
Yes.
All these animals coming in on these people.
I would have not thought that. But yes, absolutely. This is Jumanji for sure. Give us our tea.
Oh, y'all want to play? You want?
You are so not original.
I bet his name's in your books now.
I bet you the little king, the little pint-sized king, don't want nothing to do with that river now. At this point, let me see what else this Sulanu did. Oh my gosh, she tore it up. Okay, listen, she tore the roof off that thing. Let me see. Verse 22. Afterwards came the swarm of animals into the houses of the Egyptian, and the swarm of animals destroyed the Egyptians, and it grieved them exceedingly. Notwithstanding this, the anger of Yahuwah did not turn away from the Egyptian, and his hand was yet stretched forth against them.
Now, I want you all to notice something. All these animals are rushing into their house. They ain't dying.
They got
them Egyptians are not dying. I bet they wish they could die.
Oh yeah.
You going through this judgment.
Because you got to suffer. Just like my children that are in your hands are suffering.
You gonna feel this. You ain't dying. And I remember the book of Revelation said something about that. You're going to wish you could die,
but can't.
And you won't be able to. Can you imagine all these animals all in your eyes and in your ears and in your... You should be dead.
Exhausted. Okay, at least from exhaustion.
You shouldn't even be able to breathe.
At this point, oh my God.
But you gonna live through this.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she said y'all released the Kraken. What is that?
The Kraken is
that the whip?
It's some kind of mythology monster. Almost, I think it came from the sea.
Oh, I ain't never heard that. Carolyn, listen, I thought you were talking about a whip. I was like, oh, I'm with you.
Some kind of it's in mythology. It's called the Kraken. It's some kind of real big animal. I think it got a lot of arms.
Oh,
it's
wow.
in the sea. They call it the Kraken.
At first, when I saw it, I said, y'all released the Karen.
Yeah, no, the Kraken.
But my eyes be playing.
They owe us more money. Cha-ching. It's Sulaneth.
It is not original bone. They don't have nothing. They just take. All right. Okay, so y'all think he done? No. Yahuwah said, but wait, there's more. All right. 24. And Elohim sent the pestilence, and the pestilence pervaded Mitzrayim, in the horses and asses, and in the camels, in herds of oxen and sheep, and in men. And when the Egyptian rose up early in the morning to take their cattle to pasture, they found all their cattle dead. Maya. Oh, wait. And there remained of the cattle of the Egyptian only 1 in 10. Oh, boy, that's a painful lesson. Painful lesson. All right. 1 in 10. And of the cattle belonging to Jasher in Goshen, not 1 died.
Oh, my goodness. He left the enemy a little something.
Absolutely. Yep. And Uncle Cousin James, you are absolutely right. We did read this.
Yeah, we definitely read this before. I think it's Passover.
It was Passover.
Yep.
Man, I read it again.
That first Passover at the hotel. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, wow. My
wow. God. Our cattle's, man, we kick back eating snake. Y'all eating lice. Let me stop.
Listen, just don't tell me what
I'm sorry. This ain't funny like that, but it's funny.
They deserve it.
It's funny.
I don't have no...
You don't... this don't just happen.
It's funny.
This don't just happen.
Keep messing with Jasher children, okay?
He told you.
You can't.
He gave you a warning.
And then also, listen, y'all, this is the beauty, is the children and even the animals didn't even get hurt.
Yes, that are in Goshen. So,
in this day that we live in 2022, right? Those go catch that, whoever. Yeah. All right, so as whatever they putting out these scare tactics and oh my gosh, the drought and whatever else, this is flooding over here and that is flooding and this diseases is going up in the air and now the monkey poo that came back, chill out. Go. This is why it's important to know your history. Yeah, because I'd be like, if he did it before, he'll do it again. Yeah. Because he is the same, y'all. He ain't changing.
Talk about the monkey flu. Y'all better leave them monkeys alone. They're going to attack you. Talking about they did not come from me.
Facts. Boy, me and Mr. Dominguez used to go at it. I was like, you came from a monkey.
I wonder if, some of the animals and stuff they're experimenting on is turning on them as we speak.
I believe it.
We know that some of them circus animals be turning leave me alone.
Listen,
I'm done. Beating me all this time. I wouldn't be surprised if a monkey was punching people out.
Tearing them up left and right.
Hey, look. I'm going to give everybody this advice. Don't go to the zoo. It ain't time to go to the zoo right now. Unless, they're your friends.
Be nice to them. Talk to them.
Yes, leave them alone.
There was an account when...
Don't mess with creation right now.
Cousin Jane, which one was it? What animal was it? When 3 boys was talking about in Tunton, and I don't know if it was a lion.
Didn't they kill the baby or something?
No, they didn't kill. They
were that's the one you're talking about.
And the lion came out. I don't know if it was a lion, but it was something like that. It was something from the cat species. All right, I'll say that. But he came out, left all the other people alone,
left them alone,
but went to the people that was taunting him and killed. I want to say one boy, and then injured the two.
Yeah,
leave these animals alone.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about is it was a elephant. It was another.
Oh yeah, the elephant. Yeah, the elephant.
I think they killed the elephant's baby.
That elephant came back and flipped over that
right to the person who did it. Yep. She's like, I ain't got a beef with y'all.
Yep. She flipped over that casket and took that body and then left there and went to the house.
Yes.
Went to the woman's house.
Man, y'all better leave creation alone. They are fed up.
I don't care if you see turkeys in the streets. Leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Because they said no, 400 years up.
Facts. Thank you, Jobanna. She said tiger at the San Francisco Zoo. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone. All right. And Elohim sent a burning inflammation. Ooh, wait. In the flesh of the Egyptian, which burst their skin, and it became a severe itch in all the Egyptians from the sole of their feet to the crown of their heads. And many boils were in their flesh, and that their flesh wasted away until they became rotten and putrid.
Remember, that's what happened with the Pharaoh, the first Pharaoh.
Sure did. He said, I'm going to do you like your daddy.
Yeah.
Like I did your daddy, because I'm not petty, but I am me. I am that I am. Notwithstanding this, the anger of Yahuwah did not turn away, and his hand was still on story time. Still on it. Hand of Yah still on story time. Come on and lift your hand if you knew that was coming. You know it was coming.
Oh, this is a trip. It's really a trip because here where and they died. Because remember, even when it happened with Pharaoh, he was laying in his bed a long time.
And he suffered and he died in pain.
And they couldn't even bury him. They just sitting there stinking in pain. And those was probably the people that was helping to throw them in.
Yes.
That's probably the very people that was hunting them down. Because remember, some of them was bringing their babies to their house so the babies could talk to each other, so they could find the house, find out where the baby was hidden. All them Egyptians. Y'all got to go.
And listen, this is just if he did it for this back then, what you think they're gonna do it for the whole United States?
This is a whole nother.
The corporation. What you think?
All the nations.
Oh yes, all because we're scattered throughout the nation.
Yes.
Oh my y'all, what you think he gonna do?
Yes.
I can't even imagine, because listen, he got so creative with the first thing. I mean, and y'all know my thoughts ain't like his, but I can only imagine it's gonna be something crazy.
Yes.
And we're gonna be in something like a Goshen and chilling, like trust y'all and chill.
Chilling. Like, cause they making okay, go ahead with your little. Oh, today I got this email from Bank of the West, because I'm Bank of the West.
Okay.
Yes. Only reason why I'm looking crazy because I'm Bank of the West, but sometimes it'll say Barclays or BNP.
Okay.
Parallel, because I think they just kind of all in it together. We the Bank of BOM just brought us out. So starting in February, you're gonna see like BOM on all your stuff, right? And I said, what the heck is the Bank of BOM? And I'm sitting there trying to figure out BOM, what's up? What are those initials? And I'm not figuring out. So of course I go look. Bank of Montreal.
Montreal.
Tell me they're not gonna do something to the US. What they plan on doing something.
Montreal?
Montreal. Why?
Right.
Montreal. That's Canada, in case y'all didn't know.
I didn't, but it sounded far, so it's okay.
Yes. Canada.
Me too, I didn't know. It's all right.
Yeah. And Canada covers the whole top of the United States.
No, I did not know that. I didn't know.
So you can get to some parts of Canada from here. It's right there. For everywhere you go, that's at the top. From New York, Canada's right there. It's at the whole top. Well, everything's flipped wrong, but anyway, Canada is all right here. That's why when our ancestors used to escape slavery and they went into Canada, it's right there.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. And that's why when they came through and was trying to take the land from the Canadians, and then they start giving them smallpox and all that. They're calling them Indians, but that's really us who escaped.
Yes.
Yeah, and they go, oh, y'all up there. Okay.
Yes. And you can find more of that information through the book called the Negro Question, because it talks about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
so they getting it together like this, but that's all right, because when Sulanov come through.
Listen. Wow, Carolyn said it's 2 miles from us. Wow, she's from Detroit.
Because Canada's right. Yeah, that's right. That's why.
Why do I feel like Canada's like on a whole nother world? Like,
no, it's right at the top of us. It's right there. It's right there. She could probably. Crazy. Well, I wouldn't say you would walk there, but I'm just saying it's right there. They got us thinking stuff is just so. It's right there, right at the top.
Wow.
Of the U.S.
Wow. Listen. So where do we have Moses and Enoch on a free screen? So when we come back on tomorrow, on the 6th day, Moshe. Yeah, Moshe. Where is he in Exodus?
Right now he's about to go to Pharaoh. So this one just gives more detail. So we read this one first, but eventually we're going to go read the one in Exodus also. We're going to read these and then we're going to read the notes.
Gotcha. So I just want to say he's in a freeze frame. There you go. Right there, getting instructions.
Get ready to say, let my people go. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, he's right there. You're right. Yeah. He's at the gate. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, because remember Sephora had already circumcised the kids, and then that's when we came over.
Yes. So there you go.
So he about to go right and do the let my people go thing.
There you go. So ain't Jasher good?
Get that whole story.
You gotta get the whole story. Ain't nothing wrong with the 66 when you put everything together in it. It comes out a beautiful picture.
It really do. And hey, it really, really hit to me when I find out that Pharaoh was really short. This stuff covered you. It covered you because you want to play. Yes,
you. Like you covered in your sin.
Because you want to be the smart guy talking about I did all this. Who is Yahuwah? I did all this.
Father Yah. Have your way.
Mr. New World Orders, and they all New World Order. I'm creating my own world. Okay.
I'm creating my own. Your money's no longer good. Okay. All right. Listen, I'm gonna chill and let my father work.
Cause I'm just gonna chill out and go shit with my steak.
While y'all creating new foods and fake foods and all of this stuff. Okay. I'm gonna chill. I'm not even going to worry. I'm gonna
chill over here with Asher and get some cheese.
There you go. Not gonna worry. My father will supply all my needs.
Yes.
As you put on the market fake steaks and fake fish. Okay. Father, y'all, he knows. Let them do what they think they're doing. Well, y'all, I certainly hope that you guys enjoyed this story time.
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow, same time.
With New King James.
Oh.
Help us.
Father, y'all, let's pray right now. Let your will be done on Sabbath. Wait, I take it back because he's bringing my mitts. Hallelujah. I'm so excited. King James, we're happy to have you tomorrow. You the man. With that being said, we'll see you all tomorrow with New King James.
Yes.
I want to thank you.
We'll see you on prayer call. This week went by fast.
It did. I feel like we was just here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he giving people time to repent, right?
Yeah. Shalom.
Listen, I can't wait for you too, King James. Look, he said, can't wait. We'll save a seat for you. Bye.
Shalom.
Shalom, family. That was so good.